Video has become such a powerful and important tool for communicating, whether on social media or on search engines such as YouTube or on our own websites. So in this video, we're going to share tips on how to maximize the quality of what you film. We'll talk about gear, from phones to cameras. We'll go through 3 common setups, and we'll give you tips on lighting and framing so that you can take charge and film great video on your own. So starting with gear, you need to choose what sort of camera you're going to use to film. Right now we're filming with both my iPhone and a DSLR camera so that you can see them side by side. Smartphones are a great resource for filming video, and a few key tips when you're starting. One is to think about, where's this video going to end up? Depending on the format, you may want to orient your phone vertically or horizontally. Here we're showing you how to go into the settings on your iPhone and optimize them for high definition filming. On a DSLR, initial settings are generally in your instruction manuals. That's a good place to start. When you're filming with an SLR, you do need to become comfortable downloading footage to your computer and then uploading it to social media or to your website, but it gives you the opportunity to edit, which is nice. So if you want to film on your phone, it's possible just to hold up your phone and go, but there are a few accessories that can make your video look a lot more professional. First, you want to think about sound quality. People often turn off a video if they can't hear what's being said with high quality. Right now I'm wearing a wireless lavalier microphone. You also can get them that are wired right into your phone. So here's an example of what video sounds like without a microphone. And here it is with the microphone, and you can see there's less background noise and more clarity of the audio when we use the mic. So the next accessory to consider. When you're filming on your phone, having a tripod can make content look much more professional because it's completely steady. Additionally, you might want to think about a light. Now, natural light is a great friend to video. If you can face natural light, that's very good light. But having another light to balance the angle of the natural light will improve the quality of your picture. So now we're filming without the additional light, just overhead light and natural light. And now here we are with the professional light on again. So this setup is 1 light, 1 microphone, and 1 tripod with a smartphone. This is a direct-to-camera setup. This is something that you would use very commonly if you're just sharing information or sharing what's going on around you. And there are a few tips we're going to share to make this setup look optimally professional. With framing, a good idea is to follow the rule of thirds. That means you want to be very purposeful with where you position yourself in the frame. Either you want to be dead center, or you want to be 1/3 of the way from the left, or 1/3 of the way from the right. And now we're going to go back to the center where we started. The next important concept in framing is headroom. So how much space is around you in the shot. This is a good amount of headroom, but now we'll show you too much. And now we'll show you too little. And then we're back to our happy place where we started. So the next thing to consider is your background. It's often nice to give a sense of where you are and show something in the background, but you don't want it to be cluttered. So when we zoom out, you can see that here we are in the front of my practice. There's a lot going on, but we've zoomed in to edit down what you can see in the background to make it more clean and less distracting. Our next setup is the product shot. So this is when you want to show a product or an object or a device. This can be a time where you might want to change the settings in your phone. Slow motion is a great way to pick up an object. And here we're going to show you picking up an object in slow motion without changing the settings. And then we're going to show you picking up an object in slow motion with more frames per second. Now that is going to use a little bit more memory, but you get better video quality out of it. Another technique you might want to use when you're showing a product, an object, or a device is movement. Our great videographer shares the advice, either move with purpose or not at all. good life advice and good filming advice. So here, when you want to pan around a product, the best practice is to move slowly and to move deliberately. So here you can see we're panning around this product. And now we're going to show you a setup with two people. A two-person shot you might use if you were interviewing someone, if you were demonstrating a procedure or showing a consultation. So the first tip is now you can see we're in a fully indoor space. So you want to turn all of your lights on. That will really help make the image quality better. And if you have a professional light, in this case, point it to the ceiling. Then you'll get the benefit of reflected light. This is an example of our filming without the professional light pointed at the ceiling. And now here we are with the light on again. The next thing to consider is framing your shot. You want to be able to see both people, of course, and you might want to consider having 2 points of view. You could situate your camera or your phone on a tripod and then have a friend or someone else use another phone or camera to give you a second vantage point. A nice way to do this is with a point of view shot. So if you're the physician, this would be over your shoulder. You could also do this from the patient's point of view depending on the treatment you're showing. So we've highlighted 3 common setups: direct to camera, filming an object, and a 2-person setup. And to recap, when you want to film video, first choose your device, optimize your settings, figure out which way you want to orient your shot, frame it, then think about your lighting and your sound. The last thing is have a plan. Know the length of the content you'd like to create, and then with all of those elements, it should look and sound fantastic.